Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. I am painting another wizard from Massive Darkness 2. This is Ego. He's also from the base game, and he is zenithal primed with Mechanicus standard gray and some white scar from Citadel primers. And we're starting off with Leviadon blue just on his shirt, and now we're doing his skin with the Gryph-Hound orange. Yep, he's got orange skin, this guy. Now I hesitated because at one point I noticed his skin had a bit of a red hue to it. So I was going to put some Carroburg crimson. Now, I didn't realize how that was very purple-like. I didn't remember that shade being very purple. So thank God I don't use it. I end up using just a Gryph-Hound orange and with the highlights, which is kind of cool. So this is not a typical zenithal highlight, right? Normal it's black, and then you have your top spray of white or whatever you want, but I just want a very subtle change in the light and dark. I want to try this on the wizards and see what it gives. I didn't want to do the slap chop method on them. Because everyone's doing that right now and they're calling that, and people are like, oh, it's not the slap chop method. Anyways, a whole bunch of debate on that. Our next color now is Druchii Violet. This is a shade actually, and you know what, their shades do a great job. Look how it gets into the recesses. It's very light. It's not extremely purple. It is a perfect color for this guy's robes. And I could have used the, I think Magos purple and Shyish purple, but they would have been like too dark, like too, and not contrasty enough. The shade here does a great job just going over, and you can see now where the gray and the white is. Like you really see that difference. Wyldwood is next. We're going to be using this on his staff. Of course, it's a flat surface, so there isn't many crevices, but you do get over some of those bandages, which I will paint later with some details. But you want to do the whole thing anyways, just so you don't miss any areas and that you get into those little crevices as well. Next is Skeleton Horde for his pouches. I didn't want his pouches to be too dark. You can use anything else, really. Whatever, you go with what you want. I just went with that. Agaras Dunes now just to do his hooves. Here's the Carroburg Crimson. Okay, so I was really expecting like a reddish, but it's a reddish purple. What would you? I don't even know what you would call it. So I just did that on the little things. Atraumatic blue for his orb, and some Hexwraith flame now for his magical powers coming out of his hands. Now I believe this used to be a technical paint by Citadel Colour, or yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they brought this now as a contrast paint. And they changed the way it works. Now, I haven't bought it as a contrast paint, but anyways. Some Castle Gray now. We're going to be putting this on those straps around his staff there. Just to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more color to it. Yeah, again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying these Massive Darkness videos. We're coming soon to a closing. I think the Wizards and the Berserkers are the last. And I think I have one more roaming monster to bring out. Alright, now we're using a little bit of Banshee brown now. We're doing some of the straps he had, and we're doing a collar, I guess it's the collar of his coat or of his robe, in this Banshee brown. I put it on very thinly so some of that whitish gray comes through. I also do like the underarm of his brace there, just trying to see little straps here and there. I also do this belt, but I think I got part of the armor at one point. I think it was supposed to stop right there, and I keep going, and I think this is part of his armor. But I was like, oh, I'll just go with it anyways. Giving a little gloss varnish to that scepter's ball there. Black Templar now for his horns. That varnish is going to give it like a glass look effect on what do you call that? I don't know, the little ball at the end of his staff. And it just makes it pop a little bit more because it is blue compared to the greens. You don't see it much, but I wanted that shine in there. Some Agrax Earthshade now, just to do that bandana he has over his eye. And it just gives it a nice little brownish hint to it. Now, one of the longer parts again is the Lead Belcher, which is all his armor, his nice beautiful shining armor. And what's fun with Lead Belcher is it's not too bright. It's a nice dark silver. It doesn't like pop out like crazy, and when you shade it later it comes out looking really nice, right? And it does a good job. And it's also, you want to get it on all the armor, because when you do the next part with the layer paint, you want to highlight, you know, even if you miss some areas of the edges, you get the silver that's kind of like going into the next color, which will be a gold, to do the trimmings. But at least by painting the entire thing, you're not missing anything. You're not leaving behind any white or any gray or anything like that. So it's really important to just give it a base coat. I didn't do that in the past. I used to like do the edges. Anyways, really complicated. Auric Armour Gold. This is a layer paint now from Citadel Colours, and we're gonna be doing this on the little trimmings and edges and that, just to make them pop a little bit more, give them a bit more detail to this miniature. Now I did forget to do his right gauntlet, I guess is what it's called, so I forgot to do that part. So if you think about it and you don't see me do it here, just go ahead and do that part. It's not necessary. It could be a little bit different looking gauntlet. I mean, it's not a big deal. Just some little gold pieces here and there. This miniature, I have to say, was amazing and fun to work with. Null oil. Now we're just going to hit all the paints that I did, like the stuff that's not a contrast or a technical paint or a shade. And if you do hit some of them, it's not a big deal, because it'll just shade it a little bit more and give it a little bit more depth to it. Alright, we're using a new AK Interactive Diorama here. This is concrete. My camera shut off by itself for some reason, just at the right spot. Anyways, I wanted to try it out to see what it was like. And there you have it, folks. Ego, the wizard, is painted and ready for the table. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.